He stood on the touchline with the composure of a chess grandmaster at a garden picnic. Sven Goran Eriksson. Calm, reserved, with a poker face so unreadable that even his own shadow struggled to guess what he was thinking. A tactical scientist who, with Lazio, engineered one of Italian football's most extraordinary transformations. Our story begins in Sune, Sweden, 1948. His playing career, mostly in Sweden's lower leagues, was cut short at 27 by a knee injury, or, as Sven probably called it, a minor inconvenience. For most, this would be the cue to hang up their boots and open a bakery. For Sven, it was Act 2. At Degerfors IF, Sven's managerial career started with getting promoted, a taste of the big leagues. The real breakthrough, though, was at IFK Göteborg. In 1982, Sven led Göteborg to UEFA Cup glory, thrashing Hamburg 4-0 in the final. Suddenly, the I-School Swede was the hottest property in European football. Here the passport stamps: Benfica, Fiorentina, Roma, Sampdoria. Titles, near misses, heartbreaks, the lot. But if you think this is just the story of a well-traveled manager, think again. Because the real drama was still to come, and it was set in the Eternal City. Rome, 1997. Lazio, flush with cash but starved of identity, were desperate. The president, Sergio Craniotti, was assembling a footballing Noah's Ark. Nesta, Veron, Nedved, Simeone, Mancini, Salas. But money doesn't buy harmony. Just ask any band that survived the 80s. Enter Eriksson. No wild touchline antiques, no mind games. Just the steady hand of a man who preferred tactics to theatrics. In 4 years, Eriksson and Lazio stole 6 major trophies from under the noses of Serie A's elite. Coppa Italia 1998 and 2000, the Italian Supercoppa 1998-2000, the UEFA Cup Winners' Cup 1999, Serie A, the Scudetto 2000, Lazio's first in 26 years. Our sources describe a team that played with steel and style, a tactical blueprint with the elegance of a Swiss watch and the bite of an espresso at 2 a.m. Forget the stereotypes of Italian football as the snooze fest of parked buses and defensive misery. Eriksson's Lazio played a hybrid 4-4-2, flexible, attacking, but always disciplined. At the back, Alessandro Nesta marshaled the defense with the poise of a Roman senator. Beside him, Sinisa Mihailovic, part center-back, part set-piece assassin. In midfield, it was Beauty and the Beast, Diego Simeone, relentless and snarling, paired with Juan Sebastian Veron, the tactical artist. Nedved rampaged down the wing with such fury that his hair alone could have started a wind farm. Up front, Mancini and Salas interchanged with telepathic rhythm. Sven's genius? He didn't reinvent the wheel, but he made sure every spoke was in perfect alignment. Keep it simple, he'd say. After Lazio, the English FA came calling. Sven became the first foreigner to manage England's national team, bringing his understanding methods to a nation addicted to hype. Quarterfinals became his calling card. Consistent, respectable, but never quite enough to satisfy the ravenous tabloids. Then came a dizzying whirl around the globe. Manchester City, Mexico, Ivory Coast, Leicester, even China and the Philippines. But his Lazio period remained engraved in history. And if you're still with us, let's get to the in-game tactical breakdown. I chose the 4-4-2 formation, of course. In goal, we have a goalkeeper on defend duty to adapt to the times. In front of him, there's a wall of 4 defenders, ready to break down any attack. 1 wingback on support, 1 fullback on support, a central defender on defend, and a ball-playing defender on defend. I chose this wingback pairing as Lazio approached the game differently on each defensive flank. However, both players have similar player instructions, so the left back is not missing on crossing the ball into the opposition's box when possible. Cross more often and sit narrower for the wingback, and cross more often, cross from deep and sit narrower for the fullback. In the midfield, I kept the opposition guessing, with a wide midfielder on the right side, a deep line playmaker on defend, a box-to-box midfielder, and an inverted winger on support. I wanted defensive stability, but creative attacks also. The wide midfielder role was an odd choice, but it was the most stable one, as it helped us balance out the right flank, especially in defense. As player instructions, the wide midfielder was asked to cross from deep, get further forward and stay wider. The deep line playmaker to play more direct passes to avoid wasteful dribbling. The box-to-box midfielder to dribble more and get further forward to help push him up the pitch when possible. And the inverted winger was asked to take more risks and run from position, to spice up the attack a bit. And the strikers are a deep line forward on support and an advanced forward. One striker to link up play and the other to attack the opposition's goal. As there is seemingly no connection between the midfield and the attack, I asked the deep line forward to roam from position. Combined with the role and duty assigned to him, he should drop deep and pick up the ball, taking it further into dangerous positions. And the advanced forward was asked to shoot more often, an option used best when he broke through the opposition's defensive line. I chose positivist mentality. In possession, fairly wide attacking width and play out of defense, slightly shorter or standard passing directness and a slightly higher tempo. Work the ball into the box to avoid wasteful shooting, and be more expressive to lean into the creative side of our players. In transition, regroup and play on the counter, and distribute the ball to the center backs. And out of possession, a mid-block and a standard defensive line, to try and trap the opposition in a midfield battle that we can win due to the overload we create and to play on the counter as soon as possible. And trigger press is more often to press, but not more than necessary. As a result, we won the Romanian League in my Building a Nation stay with FCSB. Domestically, we won the Romanian Cup and the Super Cup. And on the continental level, we were knocked out by Chelsea in the round of 16 of the UEFA Champions League. Sven Goran Eriksson is a manager I admired growing up, and I'm glad I got to witness part of the teams he managed. His legacy is there, and football history will forever remember him and the tactics he used to break down opponents and win games.